Kabanata 39, Soul. She acknowledged that I am Hades' wife. She acknowledged that we were married. Siguro hindi ko siya pwedeng sisihin sa tingin niya sa dahilan ng pagpapakasal namin ni Hades. After all, she's right about it. It's just that eventually, I gave in and decided to be selfish. Be selfish. Masama ang loob at nanghihina. Tahimik akong nakasandal sa dingding ng labi. Hindi ko alam kung umabot na ba ako ng 1 oras na tulala roon, pero ayon sa sakit ng binti ko, medyo mahabang panahon nga ang pagkakatayo ko roon. I wanna go home, I said. Even without looking around me, I know Matias can hear me. Hindi nagbabago ang paraan ng pagbabantay niya sa akin at kabisadong-kabisado ko pa rin ito hanggang ngayon. Hindi siya sumagot. Nagbuntong hininga ako. You know, I don't want to disturb my husband's meetings. Importante iyon. Isa pa, after that, there's a meeting waiting for him on his office. Gagabihin siya. I bet 9 or 10. I'm tired. Hindi pa rin sumagot si Matias. Ako na ang tatawag kay Hades para magpaalam. Papayag yun lalo na kapag sinabi ko na pagod na ako. This isn't a problem. Wala pa ring sagot. Natawa na lang ako dahil nasisiguro kong hindi man inutos ni Hades sa kanya na kailangan magsabay kaming umuwi. Alam kong alam niya na ganoon ang dapat na mangyari. He doesn't need a word-for-word orientation of rules. He knows it by common sense. You are so loyal to the Riegos. Were you even loyal to me? I said nonchalantly. Tapat ako sa'yo, noon pa man, Mrs. Riego. Agap niya. Nagulat ako. And I said that out of nowhere and randomly, yet I think I hit the bullseye. Pero hindi mo ako susundin? Sa ilang taong pagbabantay ko sa'yo, alam kong madalas mong ikinakapahamak ang mga ganitong klaseng utos at desisyon. Not all the time, Matias. I only failed once or twice and failed terribly. Napakurap-kurap ako. Unti-unti akong humalakhak. Hindi ako makapaniwala na masasabi niya iyon. I am the only one taking it lightly. Everyone is always worried because of what happened in the past. Hades is a top business tycoon. He's in a very important meeting, and later he will have another. I am not the needy wife to disturb him just because I'm tired and I want to go home. May sasakyan at marami kayong bodyguards ko. Kung umuwi akong mag-isa ngayon, hindi na masama. I am Felicia, a Riego. I didn't ask my bodyguards to leave me alone so I can go home. I am asking you to bring me home. I don't care if you all come with me for my security. Hindi siya nagsalita. Kung kilala niya ako, kilala ko rin siya. Alam kong masusunod na ako ngayon. Ako ang tatawag kay Hades. If you're worried your man will get fired, I'll talk to him. You know me well. I know you know I won't let that happen. I heard him sigh. Nakahanda na ang sasakyan sa harap. Aniya, tumango ako at pagkatapos ng ilang sandali ay lumakad na patungong harap ng building. It was a long ride home. Sa gitna ng biyahe, muli kong iniisip ang lahat. I know and accept that this will happen every now and then. I won't be always confident. Hades might have healed my heart, but that doesn't mean it didn't leave a scar. He healed my heart, but my soul will forever be wounded. Tama si Mami. Nakakatakot magmahal ng tapat kay Hades. It's like jumping at the edge of the cliff and hoping that I won't die. It's like suicide. Men like him will long for a child. I can vividly imagine him now holding a child, feeling happy and content with a woman. That's not me. Naingilid ang luha ko pero sinubukan kong ngumiti. This is a chance to live again. To live is to risk your heart and soul. If in the end this breaks me, what matters most is after my death, I lived again. I'll wait until his heart will change and his infatuation fades. I'll wait until he longs for a child again. I will never close the doors for him. My hold will never be tight enough to keep him. I exhaled slowly. Yumuko ako at unti-unting pinagaan ang sariling damdamin. Surprisingly, it's painful, but I'm at peace. Siguro, iyon ang punto ng tunay na pagmamahal. Ang maging payapa kahit pa nasasaktan. Ang mahalaga, masaya ang minamahal mo. His happiness will be my peace of mind. His happiness will be my contentment. I took my phone out and typed a message for Hades. Ako. Uuwi na ako. Sa kondo ka na umuwi kasi gagabihin ka na. Magkita na lang tayo bukas. Gabi na nga nang nakauwi ako. My exhaustion was likely mental. Hindi pa kasi pagod ang katawan ko nang dumating sa bahay. Iniwan ko na lang ang gamit ko sa kwarto at nagpa siyang pagpahingahin na muna ang utak at emosyon. Malamig pero hindi ko inalintana iyon. O siguro, kailangan ko ng lamig na iyon. Nakalutang ako sa swimming pool. Tinatanaw ang mga bituin sa langit. Tahimik. Minsan, ang galaw ng tubig at ang ihip ng hangin sa mga matatayag na pine trees lang ang tanging naririnig ko. I wanted to escape my thoughts, but because I can't sleep and I'm here, all I think about is Hades' talk with Celine. Noong nandito ako, marami na ang umaligid sa kanyang babae. Nasisiguro kong lalo na noong wala ako. One day, he'd regret marrying me and he'll realize he should have married someone else. I hope when that day comes, he won't cheat on me. He'll just tell me, and I'll live silently. I'll never see him again. Iiwan ko siguro ulit ang buhay na ito. Nagbalik lang naman ako sa totoo lang para sa kanya. Mama and Atticus are doing great. They will only worry about me if I stay here. I heard footsteps and a heavy sigh. Bahagya akong umayos at ibinagsak ang mga paa sa baba para makita kung sino ang naroon. Before I could see who it was, I heard a splash of water. Madilim at tanging ang dim underwater lights ang tanglaw, pero nakita ko ang hubog ng katawang lumalangoy diretso sa akin. Palapit na siya nang natanto kong si Hades iyon. Nakauwi na siya? Ang bilis ah. Ang akala ko ay sa kondo nga siya matutulog dahil alam kong pagod siya at gagabihin siya. I swallowed hard. There was no stopping his fast-paced swimming that I moved back to give him space. Nasa edge na ang likod ko nang umahon siya. Pilit ko agad na kinalma ang sarili. Pagkaahon niya ay agad na nakahawak sa magkabilang gilid ko, jailing me like he knew I was going to escape if there was any chance to. Nakauwi ka. Nagdidilim ang tingin sa akin at paulit-ulit na umigting ang panga. The lucky drops of water fell from his hair, then on his thick brows. Some are luckier though, falling from his hair down to his cheeks and touching a bit of his chest before finally hitting the waters. You should have stayed in our condo. It's late and I know you're tired. Hindi ka nagpaalam bago umuwi. Malamig ang tono niya. The way he moved towards me, trying to close whatever distance between us, made me helpless. I texted you. You texted me late. Pauwi ka na. The accusation in his voice made me realize how much I frustrated him. Because I know you will react this way. You have an important meeting. I don't want to disturb you. I can end the meeting right away if you told me immediately. Kaya nga hindi ko sinabi sa'yo kasi importante ang meeting mo. Hindi pwedeng tatapusin mo yon dahil lang pagod na ako. Umiling siya. Mukhang hindi kumbinsido sa sinabi ko. Mataman ko siyang tinitigan. I can almost feel my tears forming as I watch the love of my life this close. Nakakatakot kang mahalin, Hades. Parang mawawasak ako kung sakaling masaktan ako. You're a businessman, Hade. I know how important meetings are. I can always do it faster. I work hard so I'd call the shots and leave whenever I want to. Nagtaas ako ng kilay. Kailangan talagang maging arogante para lang patunayan na dapat akong nagpaalam bago umuwi. You still have an appointment after the meeting, so we still can't go immediately after you end it. He swallowed hard and his eyes hardened. I only allow important meetings. If you think I had a meeting with Miss Villegas just because you allowed it, you have to think harder. May hinanakit sa tono niya. Natanto ko kaagad na galit siya. My heart hurt thinking he probably drove back here mad at me. I hope he won't do that again. I'm scared to think about him driving recklessly. Bakit hindi? Mukhang may importante siyang sasabihin, Hades. Umiling siya. Just because you're married now doesn't mean you should cut your ties with friends and acquaintances. We have nothing to talk about. I paused. Nakatitig pa rin ako sa kanya. He looked so pissed and frustrated. She comes in the lobby every now and then before. Hindi pinapapasok dahil importante lang inaasikaso ko. So, it's true. She really does come often? Kaya ko noon? You're different. I let you in my office. I smiled. She was in your office when I went there to talk about Matthias. It's alright, Hade. It's not bad to be kind and to... Si Mama o si Papa ang nagpapasok sa kanya noon. She isn't allowed to enter anymore after that. There's really nothing to be defensive about, but maybe it was my questions. Kaya naman tumango na lang ako at pinigilan na ang mga tanong. She comes by along with her friends. Also, my college friends, Connie and Noella Tan. Napakurap-kurap ako. Okay, ang dami pala. I can imagine a lobby full of girls. Natawa tuloy ako. I wish I can stop myself from laughing though. Mas lalo kaya siyang naiirita sa paghalakhak ko. Ang dami mo palang babae. Wala akong babae. Kinagat ko ang labi ko. It doesn't matter to me if he had girls when I was dead. I expected him to move on, so it's really okay. So, that's what you think, huh? He sounds so wounded. Naghahamon pa ang titig sa akin, kumurap at namumula ang mga mata sa iritasyon. You let her in my office, you leave, you expect me to entertain her. I didn't know what your meeting is all about. Baka business. It's okay. We both know it isn't. I'm sure you know what she's up to. Bakit? Ano bang ipinunta niya roon? Kalmado kong tanong. Umiling siya at dismayado sa akin. I smiled softly and sighed. She likes you? Madilim lang siyang tumitig. Ayos lang yan. Ang gwapo mo kasi. Hindi maiwasan yan. Kaya ayos lang na pinaakyat mo siya sa opisina ko. Para saan, Raya Felicia? Your friends. We aren't. Acquaintances then. Hindi ko papapasukin sa opisina mo ang manliligaw mo. Tandaan mo yan. Malamig niyang banta. I shivered at the finality of his words. You will do the same for me. We're in the office to work. Then outside the office, Hades? Restaurants, coffee shops, condo? No fucking way, Felicia! I sighed again and let my fingers brush my wet hair. Sinundan niya ang galaw ng kamay ko bago ibinalik muli ang titig sa aking mga mata. Ayos lang sa akin kung makipagkita ka sa ibang babae, Hades. Sa mga kaibigan mo na dati at sa mga bago mong makikilala, hindi ako magagalit. More like I will try to be completely cool with it. Eventually, I'd learn that. Sure, I do that for business, pero may pakiramdam akong iba ang ibig mo sabihin dito. Humuso ako. I'm confused if I should tell him that or not. Siguro, mas maayos nga na alam niya ang opinion ko tungkol dito para kung sakali hindi niya itatago sa akin ang nararamdaman niya. Okay, let's talk about this maturely, can we? Hamon ko. Umawang ang labi niya. Hindi siya nagsalita. Nakatitig lang talaga. I can provide you an open relationship. His eyes narrowed. Nagpatuloy ako bago niya ako masapawan. We'll love each other like normal, but I won't stop you from meeting other women. I don't want that kind of bullshit, Felicia. He said icily. I said we'll talk about this maturely, Hades. I married you so we'd love each other exclusively. I have no time for that kind of crap. Kinalma ko ang sarili ko. Pinipilit kong ipaintindi sa kanya ang tingin ko. Let's be real. We're this crazy for each other because we just got married. I don't think so. He shook his head. You wanted children before the tragedy happened. Alam kong mangarap ka pa rin kalaunan. Hindi ko maibibigay sa'yo yon. Pero ang ibang babae, sila, pwede. Maibibigay nila sa'yo yon. Ang tanging gusto ko ay makontento sa buhay na to. The tragedy changed me and unfortunately, I'm not the same anymore. You really think you were the only one changed by the tragedy? Natigilan ako. The tragedy changed me too. I am not the same person anymore. Pumikit siya at umiling. My dream ends and it's fulfilled after I lived in this lifetime with you. Wala na akong ibang hihilingin pa kundi ikaw. Nagbara ang lalamunan ko at unti-unting nangilid ang mga luha. Ngumiti ako at tiningnan siya. I hope I will be enough for you too, because you are more than enough for me. Napasinghap ako. Will you be happy with me? Will you be happy living with me alone? Or would you want more from this? Bumuhos ang luha ko dahil sa totoo lang. Gusto ko pa rin magkaroon ng pamilya. Tinabunan ko ng mga palad ko ang aking mukha dahil sa mga bumuhos na luha. He groaned and hugged me tight. I am happy and content this way. Hindi ako magiging masaya sa mga iniisip mo at sa mga pagpupumilit mo sa gusto mong mangyari sa buhay ko. I will not have a family of my own without you. I will not have a fucking affair. I will not have your open relationship offer. I won't have any of that, Felicia. Whatever he's saying, it all boils down to my own dilemma, to my own insecurity. What I want is a life with you alone, to go home with you, sleep at night with you, travel with you, and a conversation with you. That's what I want for the rest of my life. I want to make you happy. I want to make your dreams come true. Because that's what you did to me. Humigpit palalo ang yakap ni Hades sa akin. You made my dreams come true just by existing. You top it all off because you married me. I have the world now. I won't ask for anything else. That's how the tragedy changed me. You taught me that life is short and that the only thing that really matters is your loved one, not the possession, the career growth, or even the legacy and honor. Kinalas ko ang aking mga kamay sa aking mukha at niyakap siya na mahigpit. Hades Visarius Riago, you may not be perfect, but you are for me. Your love heals me. All the darkness, the pain, and the tragedy, you heal me. I learned all of that the hard way. I learned all of that through losing you, and losing myself with you. So, don't compare me to all the men you and your mother knew. I will not ask more from this because this is already too much for me. He planted a soft kiss on my head. It hurts me how you can think about an open relationship with me. I could never do that to you. I gritted my teeth. If only you'd agree with me, I'd stop this bullshit and we'll live somewhere far, just the two of us, because that's the only thing that I want. He paused. I married you, so you are damn exclusively for me only. I am yours too. Bumuhos ang panibagong luha sa aking mga mata. I want... Humikbi ako. Baby! Sa huli, namutawi rin sa aking labi ang totoong nararamdaman. I know I can't do it, but this is true. He sighed. We'll find a way to get one next time, okay? There are plenty of other options. Marahan niyang sinabi. For now, I want us to concentrate on our relationship. Let's make this stronger. Please, baby. Tumango ako. Tama siya. At siguro, marami pang pagkakataon. Marami ring paraan. Pero sa ngayon, siguro nga tama siya. In this process of healing, it is important to have a strong relationship with him. Physically, I will never heal, but my emotions are slowly calming. If it was me who couldn't give you a baby, would you find someone else? Marry someone else? Kumunot agad ang noo ko at sa naluluhang mga mata, hinarap siya para ipakita ang bayolente kong hindi pagsang-ayon. No! I shouted at him. He sighed like it was such a big relief. What will you do if I sneakily arrange you a date just so you'd like someone else? I won't like someone else! Iritado ko nang sinabi. He smiled evilly. I'd arrange a condo fucking date for you and the other man. And I'll go somewhere else where you can't find me, so you'd fall out of love and want someone else. I won't fall out of love. I won't want someone else. But that's the only way to have a baby. What are you gonna do? You have no other way. Sinabi niya yan na may nakakairita o naiiritang panunuya sa akin. Hindi na ako mag-aanak kung ganoon naman pala. But that's what you are doing to me now. Natahimik ako. Pinalis niya ang luha sa baba ng aking mata. He caressed my face gently. Bumaba ang mga kamay niya sa aking baywang. Napahawak ako sa braso niya nang unti-unti niya akong inangat sa pool at pinaupo sa edge. The cold night wind immediately attacked my skin, but it was blocked by his hand on my back and his body in front of me. This is the end of your stupid stunts. Try it again. I won't hold back anymore. Yumuko ako at hinabol na lang ang hininga. Hindi na ako umiiyak pero may kaunti pa ring bigat sa damdamin. He crouched and slowly kissed the small scar on the side of my lower abdomen. I'm wearing a two-piece bikini so it is showing now. I love all versions of you, he whispered before kissing it again. Tuloy-tuloy ang patak ng aking mga luha habang tinitigan siya sa ginagawa. I have never felt so loved my whole life. This one is my favorite. I smiled as my tears ran down my cheeks. Tinulak ko ang sarili ko pabalik sa pool para humalo ang mainit kong luha sa malamig na tubig doon. Para rin mayakap siya na mahigpit at mahalikan siya ng maayos. Maybe I just have to love myself more, the way he loved me. Maybe I just have to look on the bright side and live better in each moment. Walang pasubaling inangat ako ni Hades pagkatapos ng mahabang halikan sa pool. His hand was already in between my thighs, caressing me under when he lost it. I chuckled. Baka madulas ka. Paano ba naman kasi? Ang bilis at ang lalaki ng hakbang niya paakyat ng hagdanan. Hindi kami nakapagpunas man lang. Basang-basa siya. Kitang-kita ko ang mga dinaanan naming akala mo'y natapunan ng isang baldeng tubig. Hades! I laughed, frantically removing my bikini when we reached our room. He entered me so abruptly that I can't help my loud moans. Pinasandal lang sa pintuan, hindi na nakaabot sa kama. He was trembling and so very aggressive with his each move. Meanwhile, I have been so gone back in the pool at lalo na ngayon sa ginagawa niya sa akin. I groaned as he hugged me with a thick robe on the sofa. After what happened, kadarating lang ng tsaa na pinadala niya rito at ang aming hapunan ay halos hindi na magalaw. Hindi pa kami kumakain pero mukhang pareho kaming busog dahil sa ibang bagay. They heard me, sigurado kong sinabi. On his robe and hugging me from behind, he chuckled and covered my hand that's holding the teacup. They didn't. Soundproof. Nasa pintuan tayo, Hades. Paanong soundproof pa rin yun? Don't worry about it. Trust our house. You think I'd fail on that part? He said arrogantly. Umirap ako. Isa pa, ano ngayon kung narinig nila? We're married and it's normal. Pero nakakahiya. We have to respect our house helps. That's why I brought you here instead of taking you on that pool. Tinampal ko ang braso niya. Muntik ko nang maibuga ang iniinom sa sinabi niya. He chuckled. Next time, when they're not around. Hades! Saway ko. He hugged me tighter and drank on my teacup. Humahaba ang bucket list mo ah. Puna ko. It's time to move on to another number and stop making out with me on the basement parking of your building. So, what if we do both? It doesn't matter. I'll grow premature white hair watching you walk on your halls with a damn hard-on. Wala naman titingin sa bandariyan. Ikaw lang, kasi ikaw lang naman ang may kakaibang iniisip. Matalim ko siyang tinitigan. I don't think so. For sure, some of his employees are fantasizing about him. Okay lang naman at normal iyon, pero baka lumuwa ang mga mata nun kapag nakita nila ang nakita ko. Hindi muna tayo akit sa opisina hanggang hindi mo napapakalma yan. Iritado ko nang sinabi. He gave out a bark of laughter before planting a kiss on my ear. I let him do that as I sip on my teacup. There's one thing I want to do too, he whispered. What is it? I want to trace your journey after you left me. Natigilan ako. Binaba ko ang tasa at nilapag ko iyon sa lamesa. Bumaling ako sa kanya. For what? Tanong ko. Namumungay ang mga mata niya. Hinaplas niya ang takas na tikwas ng aking basang buhok at inilagay sa likod ng aking tainga. I want to know the places where you've been. I want to know your thoughts in those moments. I want to know your struggles. Just when I thought that I could never fall even harder for him, I watched him so mesmerized, not anymore with his beautiful face and body, but with his beautiful heart. If the tragedy was the reason why the heavens decided that I deserve you, then I'll definitely endure that pain again just so I'd have you this way, Hades. I don't know if I could ever love like you, but from this day on, I'd do my best too. Hinawakan ko ang panga niya. Naingilid na ang mga luha ko sa tuwa. He smiled gently. I want to know what you've been through when I wasn't around you. Tumango ako. Sige, gagawin natin. I even want to live there the exact days you were there. But I know you still want to study and do your business. So for now, we can just visit. But we'll retrace it again when everything is in place. But that's almost 3 years, Hades. Isn't it a waste of time? We've got a lifetime together, Felicia. As long as we're together, it isn't a waste of time. I smiled. He looked at me with his dark, soulful, and mysterious eyes. I love you, my incomparable Hades Riago. I'd give anything to stare in your dark eyes for eternity. What are you thinking? His brows furrowed. Ilang sandali pa bago ako nakasagot. Na ang damot ng langit. Sa akin ka pa talaga niya pinagmahal ng ganito. You can't multiply at least 20 times with me. Parang ginawa ko na lang katatawanan ang kondisyon ko, pero hindi ko na napigilan. Iyon ang nasa isip ko. This kind of love, this kind of kindness and gentleness should be spread heavily in this cruel world. Umiling siya. Don't think too highly of me. I am only kind and gentle because of you. Without you, I don't think you can say that. I tilted my head, now curious of what he's been when I wasn't around. Bakit? Were you cruel the 3 years I'm gone? Yes, he whispered briefly. I pouted. I wonder how cruel were you? It's sad I wasn't there to witness it. I want to know. Magtatanong ako kay Matias. Hindi pa ako tapos sa bodyguard mong iyon. Don't blame him. I asked him to do it. I assured him you won't fire him and his men. It wasn't safe. It was. I was with them the whole time. Why won't it be safe? He's too loyal to you, he said out of nowhere. I wonder if it's because you were his former boss or... Alam ko ang naiisip niya. Pang ilang beses ko na yatang irap ito. What? I know your effects on boys. You're too friendly to everyone. Even Aries thinks you're flirting. Paratang niya. What? Natawa ako. Well, whatever. That's your problem. At hindi kasali si Matias doon, no? At huwag mo siyang sisisantihin dahil lang sa utos ko ngayon. His narrowed eyes remained. He's loyal to the Riagos, Hades. And I'm a Riago now, so it's natural that he's loyal to me too. Malambing kong sinabi at hinaplos muli ang panga niya. He kissed my cheek softly. But you're my Riago, he whispered. Yes, I'm all yours. I whispered back.